Hello everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, ma'am.
Evening.
Good evening. Picasso.
Hello. Good
Good
evening.
evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Hi. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi. Good evening. Okay, let's get started. So let
Good
me
evening, ma'am. Good
open.
evening, ma'am.
Hello. Good evening. Where is your chat box? Yeah.
Good
Yes. So
evening, ma'am.
let's check your homework. No homework. Wow. We're gonna learn divisibility rule in the next class. That's what I've written here. So yes, let's get started with divisibility test. Extremely simple and easy. Let me share my screen first. Before that, since there's no homework, I hope there are no doubts. Some people have joined after a really long period of time. Say, Anvita.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
are we starting a new lesson today?
New lesson, yes. Divisibility rule. Something which we were touching upon last class. Remember, there were some questions in the test from divisibility rule also. So we'll be doing that in detail today.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Say, Vedant.
Ma'am, if I to close the chat box,
And that's why you took the opportunity to your cause and wrote a good evening to everyone. Don't act like you're so caring about the chat that you're using the open chat. Okay, Nanika was absent since last class. You went to Kozhikode. Okay, Nanika, no problem. Nanika was absent for last class. Then I think Jia was absent for a couple of classes. Others were there in last class. Manvik, where are your specs? You look so different without the specs. I didn't even
know that.
recognize you.
I know that.
Say, Anvita, you're still raising hand. Any
My
doubts
specs
still?
are at home. I'm not at my home right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm at my
Ved-
Amma's house.
Oh, nice. Enjoy. Say, Vedant, still raising hand.
I just forgot to lower my hand.
Okay. Fine then, everyone. So we'll be starting off with divisibility rule. It's going to be very simple, but yeah, we will be paying attention to some of the special divisibility rules. Okay. So what are they? Let us see. And people who have not turned on their videos, please tell me what's the reason. And if there is no reason, then turn it on. Say, Jia.
Ma'am, are we gonna learn the divisibility rule of 7?
Yeah. 7 also, along with others. This is done. This is done. Yeah. Sure, Samriddhi. Go. Samriddhi Srivastav, not Singh. Hmm. Here's the screen. So technically, this page in itself is 80% of the chapter done. Because this page in itself has almost more rules written over here. Only the special divisibility rule is what is not written over here. So let's go number by number. We'll first start with number 2. So please keep answering in the chat box, everyone. Okay, Hanifa. Fine, Samriddhi. Go. Okay. So let's start with number 1. We start with the divisibility rule of 2. So we know very simply, easily that one thing is for sure that the number has to be even for being divisible by 2. So we have to only check for the last digit. We have to only check for the last digit. But here's an interesting thing. Both the numbers are odd numbers, 5 and 7. So they are definitely not divisible by 2. Then that gives you the learning that 0 is not only the answer of the question, but there is also a fact to be noted. The fact is that 0 divided by any number is always 0. So for example, I tell you, tomorrow I'm going to distribute a lot of candies. So people are like, perfect. Everyone will get equal number of candies. Everyone is very happy. And then the next day I come and you're like, where are the candies, ma'am? I'm like, see, I have 0 candies. Now you divide it by 28. Whatever is left is your candy. And you will be like, ma'am, 0 divided by 28 is 0 only. Just like 0 divided by any number is 0 back. So therefore, 0 is a number which is divisible by all the numbers. But the point to note here is that when the 0 is in the numerator, that's not a problem. But when the 0 comes in the denominator, that is a huge problem. Because the answer is very big. We can also call it as infinity. And sometimes the calculators also call it as the math error or cannot be determined. Okay. So 0 should not be the divisor. 0 should not be the denominator. It can stay in the numerator. Okay. Same Anvik.
Ma'am, and if it is April 1st, you have made them April Fool.
Midterm?
April Fool, because it's
Oh
April
yeah,
1st.
April Fool. Yes, that's true. Sejia,
Ma'am, I did not understand that. What were you saying about the 0?
I just said that 0 can be divided by any number, but 0 cannot divide the other numbers. Because if you, like, for example, let me write it down. Suppose the same example on your screen, 0 divided by 2. 1 second. 0 divided by 2. What happened? Yeah. So 0 divided by 2 is 0 only. No problem in this. But 2 divided by 0 is infinity or not defined or math error. Okay. So we do not consider this. So the denominator should not have the 0. That's all.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Bringing you to the other divisibility rule, which is number 3. Say, Rehanshi.
Before this chapter, it was fraction. We did fraction.
No, this is, I'm doing this one because you remember in the factors and multiples test, we had divisibility rule, Rehanshi. So in the schedule, this is shifted at the bottom, and that's why the confusion happened that you people gave the test before the chapter was done itself. Okay, so that's why I'm covering up this chapter first, and then we'll go to fractions. Fine? It's a 1-day chapter. We'll finish it today only. So divisibility by 3 says that you have to add up the digits of the number and see if the sum total is a number coming in the table of 3 or not. If it is coming in the table of 3, then congratulations, the number is divisible by 3. And if it is not coming in the table of 3, then it is not divisible. So on the screen, I have 3 numbers. I'll check this with 3 people. Of course, 2 people, 0 is definitely divisible. So we'll start with Manasvi and Sanika. Manasvi, option A, divisible, not divisible.
20. Ma'am, not divisible.
Correct, because 8 plus 6 plus 5 is 19 and 19 does not come in the table of 3. Okay, Sanika, the next one, 147,
Ma'am, it is divisible.
because 1 plus 4 plus 7 is
12.
and 12 is divisible by 3. So this number and of course 0 is divisible by 3. Thank you, Sanika. And people do not raise hands for answering question. Okay. This is one final request for you people. Now, if you raise your hand for answering question, I'll make sure that I remember that I will not or I should not allow you to answer any other question in the class. Okay. Fine. Let's go to another question. Let's make it bigger. 17430112. Is this number divisible by 3? Yes or no? Write it in the chat box. And Naman will do it. Naman, quickly, before others answer in the chat box. Come on.
Ma'am, it is divisible by 3.
It's okay. I asked you to answer fast, not loud. Okay. Understood. Yes, it is correct because 1 plus 7 plus 4 is 12, then 3, then 3, then of course it is divisible by 3. 12 plus 3, 15, 15 plus 3, 18. Right? Okay. One last question from this. Okay. What is the okay, this is a missing number. Okay. So what can be the least possible value of question mark? What can be the least possible value of this question mark? If I say that this is divisible by 3, the least value, obviously I'm talking about whole numbers. Don't add decimal suddenly. This is a 6-digit number where one of the digits is missing. You all have to tell me what is the least possible value. Okay, I've got one answer from Ibrahim. Oh no, many other answers. Oh no, many other answers. Sorry. Ibrahim has a different answer than others. That's the problem. Let's do this question with Yash. Yash,
Yeah.
answer please.
2.
How? Explain. Ouch.
Huh? You have to add all the sum.
What do we
And
get when we add them? 6 plus 2?
18
6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 8, 16. Then
plus 1, 18, and then plus 2,
18
20.
plus 2, 20. So we need 2 more. 22 is not divisible by 3. I think you added it wrong. Others, please don't raise hand. I've told you, do you really want me to disqualify you the entire class from answering questions? 6
20.
plus 2, 8. 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. You called it 18. That was the problem. 17 plus 2, 19. So 19 plus what gives me a number divisible by 3?
2.
That's right. So everyone, 2 is the right answer. Please note. If you have a doubt, then ask. Yes, Anvita.
Ma'am, it could also be 5 because
Least possible value, which is smaller, 2 or 5.
ma'am, 2.
So we will keep 2 only.
Ma'am,
Okay.
but they both are in single digits, ma'am.
Least possible value, English. Least. Smallest is what I need. I don't need any number greater than that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Shanaya,
Ma'am, but why can't it be 1 also?
1 will give me the sum as 20, Shanaya. 20 will not work. No, 20 doesn't come in the table of 3.
Oh.
Understood? The sum of all the digits
Yes,
should come in the
20.
table of 3. Okay. Say Manvik.
Ma'am, like 2 days ago, I had gotten allergies. My friends were saying that I have got chicken pox.
Okay, fine. Let's go and talk about divisibility rule of 6. Divisibility rule of 6 is a combo of divisibility rule of 2 and divisibility rule of 3. Why? Because 6 is the product of two co-prime numbers. What are those two co-prime numbers? Remember, we learned co-prime in the last to last class. 2 times 3, whose HCF is 1. So 2 and 3 are co-prime numbers and the product of these two co-prime numbers is 6. That's why the divisibility rule of 6 is influenced by both 2 and 3. That means if you want to see whether a number is divisible by 6 or not, you will not only have to check whether the last digit is even or not, but you have to also check the sum of the digits. Is that okay? Yeah? Say Jia.
What are co-prime numbers?
You were not there in the class. I'll just say it in one line, Jia. Co-prime numbers are those numbers whose HCF is 1. Do you know what is HCF?
Yeah.
Then it is fine. Then you will understand. HCF is the common factor. So highest common factor should be only 1. There is no other number which should divide those two numbers other than 1. So that is co-prime. Okay. Say Anvita.
Ma'am, co-prime numbers are the numbers which have 2 or more integers and are divisible by 1, ma'am.
No. Where did the 2 or more integers came from? Co-prime numbers have their HCF as 1. That's the only thing, Anvita. Are you making notes of these things, Anvita? Are you writing it down in a copy?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you refer to that. What have you written as a definition of co-prime? Read it.
Ma'am, they can also be divisible by 1, like 1.
They are
1,
only
2, 3.
divisible by 1, Anvita. Where is that notebook? You read out the definition which you have written in your notebook, okay? Tell me.
Okay.
Once you're done, raise your hand and read it out for me. I want to see if you have noted the right thing.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Vedant, you have to tell me whether 3a is divisible by 6 or not.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll not repeat my question. It's highlighted on the screen, Vedant. You automatically understand it.
Yes, ma'am. It is.
So tell me the answer. It is divisible. Explain how.
Ma'am, because 6 is the product of two co-prime
Not listening to the class. Devashri, is 864 divisible by 6?
Yes,
Can you define how?
because this 864 is divisible by 2 and 3.
How do we check the divisibility rule of 3?
When we add all numbers and the number is divisible by 3.
Thank you. And that's how we claim that option A is the right answer. So Vedant, you have to divide like this and tell me the answer. You have to check like this and tell me the answer. Don't read out what is written on the screen. The next question goes to Aditi. Aditi, 147 divisible or not divisible?
Ma'am, it is not divisible because it is not divisible by 2.
Absolutely. Before even trying for 3, everyone, just look at the last digit and make the decision first. That is the first easy task to do. Okay? 0, definitely not divisible. Okay, just jokes apart, 0 is divisible by all the numbers. We have already discussed it. So the answer for this question will be A and C. Any questions, anyone? Nanika, I just told you, divisibility rule of 3 is adding up all the digits of the number and then checking whether the number is...
I couldn't hear you since there's an
Okay, so now you understood. Next time, raise your hand and ask directly. Don't wait for the chat box, okay? Okay, fine, everyone. The next divisibility rule is that of 4. The next divisibility rule is that of 4. So 4 is a very interesting, has a very interesting divisibility rule. It says that I really don't worry about what the entire number is all about. I'm only worried about the last 2 digits of the given number. Just the last 2 digits of the given number. Manasvi, what's the doubt?
Ma'am, I don't understand the previous question.
What was the previous question?
I don't understand that how can 147 is not divisible by 6?
Because for a number to be divisible by 6, it has to be divisible by 2 also and 3 also. So for a number to be divisible by 2, it has to be an even number. But unfortunately, it is ending in a 7.
I added all the numbers like
That is not needed.
when I go.
And means what? Both the conditions should be satisfied, Manasvi. Even if one of them is not
Okay.
satisfied, the answer will not be divisible by 6. Okay? Okay. So look at this one, everyone. Divisibility rule of 4. Only the last 2 digits. So no matter you write what, not, what, not, what, not, what, not, what, you're only going to check 88. And just that you know, That 88 is divisible by 4, 22. So the number will also be divisible by 4. Pretty interesting, right? I just gave you the answer. Say, Jia.
Ma'am, what if the number has only 2 digits?
So check both the digits. Simple. Shanaya, 147. Is it divisible by 4? Yes or no?
No,
Very good. Why?
ma'am, because 47 is not. You can't multiply it with 4.
47 doesn't come in the table of 4, right? But there is another very interesting thing which you people should note. Say, Yash.
What if the number is one, only one digit?
Only one digit. Then definitely you have to go for the table of 4, 4, 8. These are the only two single digit numbers which are divisible by 4. Come on. Before adding a variety to the question, think about it yourself also. May not sound like that. Okay, the another thing which you all have to be very careful of is that any multiple of 2, the table of, I repeat, remember, listen, the table of any of the multiples of 2 will never have an odd number in it. That means it's not just 2, but 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, dot, 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 dot. Any multiple of 2's table will never have an odd digit in its table. So no odd digit will ever come in 4's table, no odd digit will ever come in 8 table, no odd digit will ever come in 10's table, and so on. Is it okay? This is related to a rule which we will be learning later, special divisibility rule. Okay, we'll check that very soon in few minutes. So for now, we have already discarded option A and got option B as the answer. Say Parth. Sharma.
Ma'am, I did not understand the divisibility rule of 4.
Only check the last 2 digits. Like if 47 is not divisible by 4, then the answer is the entire number is not divisible by 4. If only 88 is divisible by 4, then the entire number, no matter whatever is written on the left of it, is divisible by 4.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now, this is a special case, everyone. Look at the special case. Special case is when we have exactly 2 zeros or more than 2 zeros. When we have 2 zeros or more than 2 zeros, then the number is always at the end, of course, at the end. Then the number is always divisible by 4. Check. Take out your calculators. 100 divided by 4, 25. Manasvi did that abacus or what? Okay. 100 divided by 4, 25. 1000 divided by 4, 250. And you can keep on adding zeros. Okay. So that means when the last 2 digits are 0 or the last 2 digits are, or the number has more than 2 zeros also, then also the number is always divisible by 4. Is that okay? So in 2, we were only checking one last digit. In 4, we are checking 2 last digit. And to your surprise, read this. Yes, Jia, that's right. Riyansh, I can see your creativity, but I don't like it. That's gross. When you do something on someone's screen without their permission, that is called littering. Question number 5. Please answer in the chat box once you have read the divisibility rule of 8. Let's bump this question on Riyansh only. Riyansh, question number 5A. Is 69,864 divisible by 8? Riyansh 1.
Ma'am, 2 minutes.
2 minutes? We'll
Seconds.
finish divisibility rule of
30
8 in
seconds.
2 minutes.
30
30
seconds.
minutes. 30 seconds. Okay. That is compromisable. Yes. Okay. Fine.
Yes, ma'am. It is divisible
Yeah.
by 8.
How did you get to know this?
Ma'am, last 2 digits by.
Last 3 digits. Read the question. This is divisibility rule of 8.
Paper, but I
Did you
do.
check 864?
I check
Only
64.
64. This is divisibility rule of 8. Divisibility rule of 2 says one last digit. Divisibility rule of 4 says 2 last digits. And divisibility rule of 8 says 3 last digits. So if we divide, what do we get, Yash? 864 divided by 8. Hey, I've already given you a question, right, Yash?
Yes.
Then, okay, then you take rest. Parth Sharma, 864 divided by 8.
Ma'am, 864 divided by 8.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, can I tell?
No, Riyansh, one chance done. Now you will answer in the chat box, please. Parth, ready?
Ma'am, 108.
108. That's absolutely correct. Okay. So if the last 3 digits are divisible by 8, the entire number is divisible by 8. Simple. Okay. And the same rule is applicable with 1000 also. Let's check how. Let's check this one with Jia. Jia, in the case of 2, we were having one last digit 0. So the number was divisible. In 4, if 2 last digits are 0, then also the number is divisible. So for 8, can we take 3 last digits as 0?
Yes, ma'am. I think.
That's correct. To keep that in that way, form a sequence, you don't have to memorize anything. Form a sequence, you don't have to memorize anything. Now I have a bonus question for you people. And in this question, you people can actually raise hand and ask, tell your answer, okay? So you can raise hand in only in this question. Don't think I'm not a ghost. It's just the power outage. So over here, the question is, what is the relationship between 2 and last 1 digit, 4 and last 2 digits, and 8 and last 3 digits? Okay, first hand first, Shivani.
Ma'am, because 2 and 4, so it's like when you do 2 into 2, it's 4. So for 2, it's 1. And for 4, it's 2. So 4 into 2 is 8. And for 8, it's 3. And then like 8 into
But there is no relationship between 2 and 3, Shivani. 1 into 2 is 2. That's correct. But 2 into what is 3?
not what I said. I said that 2 into
Then
2.
say it again.
2 into 2 is 4 and 4 into 2 is 8. So as it increases, it's like 1, 2, 3. Like that. It keeps on going.
Yes, you are just missing out on one word. Okay, I'll come back to you on this. Nanika, can you just add on that one word which Shivani is missing? Unmute.
Ma'am, basically I understood like 2 into like it's like the double of each number, like 2 into 2, 4.
But double, how do we know this
Like
will
the
become
4 into
3
2.
only?
Like we get
Plus 1.
use the
I'm still missing out on that word, Nanika. I understood. You are right. But I'm missing out on a word. Devashri, can you add that word?
No, ma'am, I don't know
No?
what the word
Okay,
is.
Jan.
Okay,
No
wild
problem,
guess. Maybe
Devashri. It's
because
okay.
it is
Janvi?
wild guess. Maybe because it is even.
Next one. In the chat box, more guesses. Ibrahim. Hey, your mic is not working. Mute, unmute again. Wait, I'll put you to the waiting room and bring you back. Maybe that helps. 1 second, guys. Yeah, Jia, say.
Ma'am, maybe
Because it increases a number each time.
Yeah, I'm just missing out on that word. Your logic is correct. Everyone's logic so far was correct, but I just need one word. This is a topic which will be taught to you, by the way, in it was taught to you in Bodmas, and it will be in detail taught to you in grade 6 also. Manvik, say.
Ma'am, for doing the
Mhm.
last one digit ration, if the last one digit is even, then only 2 can divide it. But if it is not, then it won't divide it. That is the relation between 2 and the last number.
No,
If
no,
the
Manvik,
last,
you are just repeating the same thing. No, 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 no. That's the same thing we have understood and learned. Advika?
Ma'am, because it's an order.
No, that's a very general word. Anvita, it's not order. Oh, order which? Bodmas order. Was that the order you're talking about?
Sorry, ma'am.
Are you talking about Bodmas order? O for order in Bodmas?
No, like 1, 2, 3. It's an
No,
order.
not that. Anvita?
Ma'am, about that division, we could just direct. So it's 8 ones are 8. We got 0, and 8 fours are 8 eights are 64. So we got 0, ma'am. Why were we keeping the 0 in
Anvita,
the
you
middle?
are having a constant problem with this. Why don't you verify your answer? 8 times 8 is 64, 6, and this is equals to 140, 144. 144 is not 864. So from here you understand that 18 will not work. See, you would need 10 times 8 to make it 80. And then you will get a 6 at the bottom and then you will bring 4 down. So you'll get 64. So that's 10, not 1.
Oh, okay, ma'am. So we should get 6 and 4 at the bottom. So
Yes.
that's why we
That's
did that
why you need
method.
a 0. Correct.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, coming back to the question, Samriddhi Srivastav,
Square.
almost there. Tell me the full relationship.
Square root.
No. Ibrahim, not the right answer in the chat. No, Samriddhi. Nishika? No, Parth Sharma. No, no, I read it. No.
Ma'am, I guess
Eh,
2 and 3 are co-prime numbers.
sorry, louder.
Ma'am, 2 and 3 are co-prime numbers.
What number?
Co-prime
Co-prime.
numbers.
No, no, no. That's okay, Jia, but I need a detailed one. Ma'am, there's something wrong. Oh, yeah. What's here? This looks like an alien came. Okay, fine. Naman, say, why are you beating up the camera?
Madam, 4, 6 will come.
No, sir, that is not correct. Jia? Jia, not again. No, no, no. Jia, turn is over. Vedant?
Ma'am, is it power?
Yes, it is. Now explain in detail.
Ma'am, it is 1, 2, 3 because 2 to the power of 1 is 2, 2 to the power of 2 is 4,
Very
2 to
good.
the power of
Finally,
3
the
is 8.
last hand in the class. Oof. I got tired here. Very good. Everyone, look at this. 2 to the power 1. So last 2 to the power 1 is 2. So the divisibility rule of 2 asks for just one last digit. 2 to the power 2 is 4. So therefore, the divisibility rule of 4 asks for just two last digits. 8 is last 3 digits. So what will be the number of digits we have to check for 16? Tell me in the chat box. Tanisha, you tell me.
And 4.
Unmute and tell. 4. Very good. Thank you. Everyone is okay with this? Yes. Okay. Thank you. You people did a very great job. Okay, now coming to something easy peasy lemon squeezy. Come on, quickly answer in the chat box. I'll not wait for more than 10 seconds. Rianshi, you will answer this one. Come on. All the 4 options. Tell me out of 4 options, which ones are correct?
Ma'am, ma'am, first option and last option.
Absolutely. Oh, just two?
And first one and last one plus second last one.
Why are you making it complicated? You can call it like first, third, fourth. You are giving a rank from the top and giving a rank from the bottom and making a
We just
reasoning
say A,
question.
C, and D.
Exactly. That can also be the same thing. All right, fine. Thank you so much, Rianshi. That's absolutely correct, everyone. So it should end in a 0, 5. Let's go to the next question quickly before we go for the break. So this is something we did in the last class also. But trust me, I have heard a very common feedback from this divisibility rule. And that common feedback is, ma'am, I will better divide the entire number by 7. Because the rule of divisibility, rule of 7 is so long that you might sometimes feel like, ma'am, I'll better divide the entire number and check whether it is divisible by 7 or not. Okay, but my job is to tell you this. So I'll tell you the rule or the divisibility rule of 7. Now it's your decision that you would use it in the questions or not use it. Say, Manvik.
I was seriously searching today the divisibility rule of 7 and 11 to find some answers of factor and multiple.
What?
Ma'am, I was seriously finding the divisibility rule of 7 and 11 both to find some answers of the factor and multiplication test.
Oh, okay. Fine. So we'll be learning it today also. We did it last class also though. Say, Janvi, there was a question on divisibility rule of 7, I think. I don't remember.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Janvi. Okay.
I know, right? It's really long, right? You have to do the last digit, multiply by 2, then continue until you get a proper number.
Yes. So I'll show you
Divide.
this sample. I'll show you this sample and one more. And then it's your decision that you want to do it by this method or any other estimation tool. Stay Jia, then we'll go to Shanshanaya.
Ma'am, our school teachers also didn't even teach us about the divisibility rule. They're like, it will teach you in the 7th or 6th grade.
Okay, Shanaya say.
Well, I found it easy, but are you getting my text?
I am.
Oh,
I think so.
I didn't. I thought.
Yes, the answer is dash. I got it. Okay, fine, everyone. Look at this now carefully. Listen to me. We'll do this with the help of Samriddhi Singh. So unmute yourself, Samriddhi Singh. We'll do it with you.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Can you
Ma'am, your
hear
voice
me
is
now?
breaking.
For everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
I'm not speaking only.
No, ma'am, your voice is not
Ma'am.
breaking actually.
Ma'am, it is. Ma'am, it is.
Okay,
Before
okay.
now
Let me
it's
know
good.
if it's still okay. Many people are giving a thumbs down, so probably it's fine for them. So if it's fine for a couple of them, that means it's an internet issue, something. It will be getting better with time. Don't worry.
My internet is full.
No, I'm not talking about yours. I'm talking about
Oh.
mine only. I'm saying if it's glitching out, then it can be internet issue from my end also. Okay. And I don't know why are you not able to hear me loudly. Is this because your
I'm like, I
voice
have a
volume?
doubt. In the
Samriddhi,
seventh
one
one.
second. 1 second. 1 second. Samriddhi, raise the
ma'am.
volume of your device.
Oh,
Increase the volume from your side.
yes. Ma'am.
Is it better now?
Ma'am, like, I have one doubt. Like, I've learned it. Ma'am, like,
Samriddhi. Okay,
yes,
fine. Say.
ma'am, m- I've, I have a trick book. Like, it's saying multiplying by 7. I mean, not, ma'am, 1 second. Divisible.
Okay, Samriddhi, hold on. We can't
Yes,
wait
ma'am.
for this. So you decide your doubt first and then come back. But today I did not needed your help in this. I needed you to do some multiplication and subtraction for me while we are explaining this divisibility rule of 7. So since I have not explained it yet, if you pay attention right now, maybe your doubt will be cleared. So do you want to do this operation or should I go to someone else?
Ma'am,
You
I
want to do
want to
this?
it.
Hmm?
Yes, ma'am. I want to do it.
Okay, so step number 1, everyone make a note of it and Samriddhi will do the calculation. Step number 1 for checking whether the number is divisible by 7 or not is to take out the last digit and double it. So what is the last digit, Samriddhi?
Ma'am, the last digit is 4 multiplied by 2, that is 8.
The last digit is just 4 and since the rule says that we have to double it, so it gives us 8. Now once we have doubled it, we will subtract the 8 from the remaining part of the answer. Now the remaining part means all the digits except the last digit. So Samriddhi, what is the difference? 1226 minus 8?
Ma'am, could I have some time? 30 seconds?
It's on the screen, by the way.
Ma'am, 1218.
That's right. 1218. Now I cannot decide whether 1218 is in the table of 7 or not. It's a big number. I don't know. So I'll continue my operation and I'll continue taking out the last digit and doubling it. So what is the double of 8, Samriddhi?
Ma'am, 16.
Good. Now we'll come and subtract 16 from 121. What do we get?
Yes, ma'am, 1 second. Ma'am, 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 105.
That's right. Now see, this is a turning point for everyone. If you know the tables of 7 and you know that 7 times 15 is 105, you can stop at this very moment only. But in case you don't know this, continue till you get a 0 or a multiple of 7. Let's say we double 5 and we get a 10, and when we subtract 10 minus 10, we get a 0. The moment we get a 0, we know that the number initially I took is divisible by 7. So the aim is that at the end, you should get a 0 or any multiple of 7. Thank you. Say Samriddhi Singh, did you understand it now?
Yes, ma'am, I was getting confused.
No problem. Say Anvita.
I'm not getting this method.
First step is to take out the last digit, Anvita. What do you get when you take out the last digit from 12264?
Ma'am, 4.
Double it. Step number 2 is double it. What is the double of 4?
Ma'am, 8.
Now, whatever is the leftover number means the number which you get after taking out the last digit. Subtract the double of the last digit from that number. So 1226 minus 8 is?
Ma'am, it's 1218.
Same process, repeat it until you get a 0 at the end or 7, multiple of 7.
So, okay, ma'am. So, like, we should remove the first digit, then double it, then again minus it with the original digit, then again we'll double it, then again we'll minus with the original digit, and we'll until we get a multiple of 7 or 0.
Absolutely correct. Okay. Thank you. Jia?
Ma'am, but if we get a 0, so how will we know what is the, like, suppose you...
Quotient. Yeah, we cannot know the quotient in this process, Jia. Yeah. I think we cannot know the quotient in any of the processes we have learned. Quotient cannot be determined. We can only check whether the number is divisible or not. That's all. Okay, with this, let's go with which of the following options are divisible by 7. So we'll do this and we'll go for a break. So let me see. Don't raise your hand for answering questions. Aradhya Punvar. First number, Aradhya, 1477. Is it divisible by 7? Yes or no?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Guys, don't wait for me to call you. This is a task which is to be done by each one of you students here. I'm calling people so that just they get a chance to speak in the class. That's all. Either in the form of a doubt or in the form of an answer, you get a chance. That is something I want. I want everyone to speak. But the problem is that you think that ma'am will call me only then I'll solve the question. Advika, ask your doubt till Aradhya calculates it.
Ma'am, for the divisibility of 7, can we just simply divide it by 7?
I told this in the beginning. I know many people get disappointed with this rule. It's okay, Advika, you can do that. Say, Aradhya, ready?
Ma'am, it's divisible.
It is divisible. Did you use the divisibility rule or you divided it?
Ma'am, I used the divisibility rule.
Very good. So if we check the divisibility rule, we take out 7, double it, get it 14, subtract 14 from here, 3, 3, 1. Right? Then we again take out 3, double it, we get a 6, we subtract 6 from here. Luckily, we end with a 7. So if it's a 0 or a multiple of 7, the answer is divisible by 7. Thank you, Aradhya. Everyone clear with the first one? Vivek, option B, divisible or not divisible?
Wait, 7 into 14, 14 and minus 42. Wait. I think it's divisible.
Let's check. 3, 4, 2, 7. 7 taken out, 2 double 14. So, tell me quickly, what is 3, 4, 2 minus 14?
Mom, 28.
How much?
28.
328. No, why 28 only? 328. Then 8 taken out, doubled. What do we get?
16.
16. Subtract 16 from 32. What do we get?
16.
Is 16 divisible by 7?
No.
Then no need to do any further calculation. You know that this number is not divisible by 7. Clear?
Yes.
Shreyan, say what happened.
Ma'am, can I leave the class? I have to go outside.
Okay, Shreyan, take care. And don't forget to do this as your homework, okay? Divisibility rule.
Okay, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Adya, the last one for you. Option C. 13,741.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it divisible? You can do this with me, Adya, if you want.
Okay, ma'am.
1's double is 2. Subtract it with 2. What do you get?
1,372.
Correct. Take out 2, double it. Subtract 4. 133. Take out 3, double it, 6. 13 minus 6.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Hey, 13 minus 6, Adya, doesn't deserve 1 minute.
7, ma'am.
So it is divisible or not divisible?
Ma'am, it is divisible because it is a
Thank
multiple.
you. Correct. Say, Jia, then we'll go for a break.
Oh, I got it. Never mind.
Okay. Fine then, everyone. Aditi, ask.
Ma'am, at last we get 7, but why is it divisible?
Because 0 or 7.
Oh.
0 or any multiple of 7, actually. Say, Rianshi.
Ma'am, are we going to play games at last? If we have time left.
We will not have time left. Last class we had a game, no? We did. Manvik, say.
Ma'am, you said okay then in the child left.
In the chat, what?
Ma'am, you
Oh, you
just
gave
said
the answer
okay
already.
then in the child left.
Okay, thank you. Okay, everyone, the easiest one before I leave. This doesn't need any explanation, and I don't have to verify the answer for 10 also. We all know that if the last digit is 0, then the answer is divisible by 10, no doubts in that, right? So option A, option B are both divisible by 10, correct? With this, I'll leave just one slide on your screen and we'll go for a break, okay? Divisibility rule of 9 is on your screen, everyone. See you in 5 minutes. You can answer in the chat box if you come back early from the break. What happened, Manvik?
Ma'am, I have sent you a message.
Let me check. Welcome back, everyone. So let's go with the divisibility rule of 9. It's a replica of divisibility rule of 3. Okay, Reanshi, if you are raising hand to answer questions, I'm gonna ask you for a bribe. That give me a ice cream right now, or else I'll not allow you to answer questions in the class. Which one will you choose to give me? Select a nice ice cream emoji and send it in the chat right now. And yeah, by the way, who all have not got a chance to answer questions yet? Can you please raise your hand? Answer a question. Hanifa has not got a chance. Mishika Sanya has also not got a chance, I remember, but she's not raising her hand up. Okay, Shivani, Tanisha, Devashri, I remember I've given you a chance. Bye bye. Janvi, you have not got a chance? Okay, fine. Mishika has not got a chance. I think I have given you. I was not able to hear you, Mishika.
Now.
That was a doubt. Okay. Samriddhi Srivastava has also not got a chance. Okay, let's start with Samriddhi and Mishika, then we'll go down. So Samriddhi, first option, is it divisible?
Yes, ma'am.
Samriddhi Srivastava, because Samriddhi Singh has already got a chance. I asked you to help me in the divisibility rule of 7, so your chance is done. Okay, so
It
if
is
I
divisible.
add 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 9, 19, 19 plus 8 is equals to 27. Now there is another thing which you all can do in this. Okay. That another thing is you can cancel the nines and the pairs which are giving you nines. For example, if I see I can cancel a standalone 9, I can cancel another 9 and I can cancel 8 plus 1, 9. Then I'll be left with a 0. So if I'm not left with anything, then the number is also divisible by 9. Let me show you with the help of option B. So Mishika, tell me option B is divisible or not divisible? Mishika? Mishika,
Yes,
is
ma'am.
she stuck?
Yes, ma'am.
Your video is stuck. Okay, yeah. Is it divisible or not divisible? Oh, thumbs up. Okay, fine. It is divisible. So let's see. 6, 9, 4, 3, 5. If I add it, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 9, 19, 19 plus 5, 24, 24 plus 3, 27. That's correct. But what if I do it by the eliminate the 9 rule? So eliminate 9, 4 plus 5, 9, 6 plus 3, 9. Nothing is left out. The number is divisible by 9. Okay. Thank you, Mishika. Any doubts who are raising hand out of the raising hand people? Any doubt? Ibrahim, I've given you a chance. Didn't I? I have. Yeah, Jia, doubt.
Yeah, ma'am. What did you say the cancellation method? I didn't understand.
Just make groups which are giving you 9. Like 6 plus 3 gives you 9. 4 plus 5 gives you 9 and cancel them. All the groups which are giving you 9 and standalone 9s, just cancel them.
Okay.
Ibrahim, doubt? Then you need a chance. Sanya needs a chance. Nanika needs a chance. Tanisha needs a chance. Shivani, you have not got a chance. Are you sure? Okay, fine. Then in that case, Janvi, Shivani, be ready. I'm going to come down to divisibility rule of 11 now. Now, 11's rule is pretty simple. See, the straightforward method is who spoke?
Ma'am, my hand is raised, plus it's me, Manvik.
Yeah. Why should I listen to you right now? What happened? Doubt?
Ma'am, it's not a doubt. I was just pointing it out that I have not got my chances from the last 2 classes.
Manvik, you speak the most in the class, you know that. And this initiative is to make sure that everyone in the class is speaking. So maybe I have not given you a chance to, it cannot be possible that I have not given you or asked you a single question in the class. If you want, I can see the recording and tell you the exact minute in which I have asked you to give out the answer. So the answers need not be solving the entire question. The answers can be where while solving the question, I have asked you, Manvik, what is 17 times 4? So even that is counted as a question. So don't blame it upon me that I have not given you a single chance. First thing. Second thing, as I said, this initiative is to make sure that everyone has spoken once in the class, whether it is in the form of a doubt or you're sharing any information or you are answering some part of the question. So this is to speak up, not to make sure that you're answering only. Fine. So keep that in mind. And this is the reason why I'm giving everyone a single chance to answer. You have got a lot of screen time in the class. Seriously, you watch the recording, you will see yourself and I think Anvita speaking the most in the class. So it's okay. Don't worry. Everyone gets a chance to speak. So that's why I'm distributing it among everyone. Okay. Janvi, starting off with divisibility rule of 11, the first theoretical way of knowing this is alternating digits which we are adding up. If I hear anyone else, you will be straight away sent to the waiting room. And I'm unmuting all of you. You don't deserve to be getting the privilege of muting yourself and speaking like big children. You are still kids now. You're not big enough. You don't have control over your own microphone. Then what will you control? Stay muted only. I'll unmute you people if I have to ask you something. And if there is a doubt, you can let me know. Okay. Others, you can unraise your hand actually. I'll get back to you. So, others, unraise your hand because if you raise your hand, then the people who are waiting for their doubts to be cleared, I will not be able to get that. So, it's okay. I'll ask you again, then you can raise your hand again in that case. Janvi, Adya, unraise your hand. It's okay. Right now, I'll be doing it with two of you, Janvi and I think it was Shivani. Yeah. So, look at this, everyone. Over here, the other rule is called as the snake rule. That's correct, Samriddhi. Snake rule or the U and the inverted U rule. What is that rule? That rule says that you take the numbers. Let me take a big number like this. 328911. Now I go one step down, make a U, then inverted U, then another U, then inverted U, then another U, then inverted U. Okay. In this, we are supposed to add all the numbers which are present in the U's. That means 3 plus 8 plus 1. What do we get over here? Yeah, wait a second, Samriddhi. Let me cover it up, complete it. I know it's a doubt. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. Similarly, I'll add up all the numbers which are present in the inverted U. 2 plus 9 plus 1. This also gives me a 12. Now the rule says that subtract these two numbers and if you get a 0 or a multiple of 11, then the entire number is divisible by 11. So this is called as you add up all the digits at the alternate places and add up all the other remaining digits and see if the difference is 0, the sum of the digits difference is 0 or a multiple of 11, then the number is divisible by 11. Say Samriddhi, Srivastav.
Yes, ma'am. Do we start the U with the inverted U or the actual U?
That doesn't matter. It's okay. Okay. You can do anything. Okay, let's do it by the other question. Option A. So yeah. Janvi, option A. Divisible or not divisible? Wait. I'll unmute you people. And next time I should not hear anyone unmuted. Yeah, Janvi, go ahead.
It's not divisible, ma'am. I tried dividing it. Yes, I used a calculator and I got the answer as 0.18181818181818181.
Okay, you don't have to use a calculator. This and this will be added together. So 1 plus 0 plus 1 is equals to 2. And 0 plus 0 is equals to 0 only. So the difference is not 0 and neither a multiple of 11. So the number is not divisible. Thank you. Shivani, can you help me in the part C?
Okay, ma'am. We have to first do the snake method again, and then we have to do 1 plus 1, and we have to subtract 1 plus 1, so it's 2. So when we subtract 2 by 2, we get 0, and that means it's divisible.
Thank you. But the interesting part is, what if we add another one to this? So if we add another one, what will happen? Ibrahim, what will happen? Ibrahim. Okay, leave it. Sanya, what will happen?
Yes, ma'am. It will not be divisible as it's not 0 or 11.
Correct. Since the difference is 1 now, it's neither 0 nor a multiple of 11. So it will be 1. So the learning from these two parts is that when we have even number of repetitions, then it is divisible. When it is odd number of repetitions, then it is not divisible. Is that okay? Okay, now coming to the most important part of the chapter. So please pay attention. Okay. Wait a second. Mishika, you said you did not get a chance, right? Mishika, your mic is working. Say hello, hello. No, it's not working. Okay, who else has
Ma'am,
not
I
got
got a chance.
Ma'am, I also
Oh.
didn't get the chance.
Okay, Nanika.
Ma'am, I
Nanika,
got
can you?
the chance.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I heard you, Mishika.
Ma'am, me too.
Anvita also. Yeah, Anvita, I'll come to you. So 1 second. Others, I'll again ask this question. I just needed 2 people for now. So let me give this one to Nanika. Nanika, read this. And Anvita, after Nanika completes, we will wait, we will explain, and then we will give you this one. Okay? So first, Nanika, you read the option A loudly.
If a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of the factors of that number. So,
For example,
it is 1488 divisible by 12. 1488 divided by 12 is 124. Yes, 1488 is divisible.
read it loudly. You're reading it for everyone, not for yourself.
Yes, 1488 is divisible by 12. Therefore, number 1488 is also divisible by factors of 12, i.e. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12.
That's one, Nanika. Okay, very good. Thank you so much. So everyone, please understand this. This is the reason of divisibility rule of 6 to follow 2 and 3 both. Why? Because 2 and 3 are factors of 6. So any number which is divisible by 6 will also be divisible by all the factors of 6. So like here, 1488, if I give you the information that Nanika 1488 is divisible by 12, then Nanika will automatically say, then ma'am, that means 1488 is not just divisible by 12, but is also divisible by 2, 3, 4, 6. And I'll say, why? So Nanika will say, because 12's factors also divide the number which is divisible by 12. Is that okay, everyone? It's a pound rule. Yes, Anvita.
Ma'am, we should check if those numbers are divisible or not.
No, this part will be given in the question, Anvita. They will give it to you in the question that a number is divisible by 12. You tell me which other number can divide this number. So instead of
Oh.
actually dividing it, you will see that, oh my God, one option says 5, another option says 6, another option says 7, another option says 8. So
Okay,
you'll be
ma'am, I
like,
got it.
yeah, you'll be like, ma'am, 6 is surely going to be the answer because 6 is a factor of 12. It's like that.
So, ma'am, we should find the factors of 12 or any number in the place.
Given in the
12
question.
and we
By the way,
should check
here 8 will work. So I'm just turning it to 18.
Ma'am, 2 also.
Yes, but it's not in the options.
Yes.
Say, Jia.
Ma'am, I did not understand this special divisibility rule.
What is written on the example part? This line.
Yeah, but I didn't understand like what do you mean by it?
Suppose what if we don't know the table of the number which they are giving?
You don't have to know the table of 100. I explained it to Anvita very nicely, Jia. You should have been paying attention at that point. I said in the question, this will be given to you. They will tell you that 1488 is divisible by 12. Now tell me which other options divide 1488. So instead of actually dividing and checking the numbers that whether 1488 is divisible by 5 or not, 6 or not, 7 or not, you just quickly save time here by saying that, ma'am, I know that 6 is a factor of 12. So if 6 is a factor of 12, 6 will also divide 1488 because all the factors of the number also divide the bigger number.
Okay, ma'am, I got it.
Thank you. Say Manasvi.
Ma'am, it's on. Ma'am, is it only divisible by factors or factors and multiples that are
Not multiples.
smaller, that are smaller than the dividend?
No.
Okay.
Not the multiples. The best example for this is the numbers which are divisible by 3 are not always divisible by 9. Like 6, not divisible. Okay? That is smaller than 9 also, Manasvi, but not divisible. Okay? Okay, the second one, Anvita, can you quickly read this? We are short on time.
Yes, ma'am. If a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by their product also. Example, 1365 divided by 3 is equal 455. 1365 divided by 5 is equal 273. Here, divisor 3 and 5 are co-prime numbers. Therefore, given number 1365 is also divisible by the product of 3 and 5. 1365 divided by 15. Bracket 3 into 5 is equal 15. Bracket close is equal to 91.
Thank you. So this rule says again, this is again another reason of what? Another reason why 6 is having 2 and 3 both as their factors of multiples. Sorry, factors to check while the divisibility rule. Because 2 and 3 are what? Co-prime. So imagine I take a number as maybe 120. 120 is divisible by 3 and 120 is also divisible by 2. And because 3 and 2 are co-prime, therefore 120 has to be also divisible by the product of 2 and 3, that is 6. And this is a rule. This will definitely work out. Okay? This is a rule. The only condition is that it has to be co-prime. Is that okay? If two numbers are co-prime, then their product will also divide the given big number. Okay. Manvik, quickly read the part C for me.
If two given numbers are divisible by a number, then their sum is also divisible by that number. Example, 245 divided by 5 equals 49. 405 divided by 5 equals 81. The numbers 245 and 405 are both divisible by 5. Hence, the sum of 245 and 405 is also divisible by 5. 600 divided by 5 equals 130. Note, 245 plus 405 equals 650.
Thank you. So everyone, take a simple example. Take a very simple example. If 30 is divisible by 5 and 40 is also divisible by 5, then this rule says that the sum of 30 and 40 will also be divisible by 5. And the same rule is applicable in the difference also. So part D is nothing but the difference. That if you take 40 and if you take 30 and you subtract them, then the subtracted value is also divisible by the same number. Is that okay, everyone? Okay, so these were the 4 major special divisibility rules I wanted to do with you before the next class. Now, what's your homework? Your homework will be divisibility rule. Where will you get it? On the website. Okay, so homework of 9/5/2025 is divisibility rules. Any doubts, anyone? No? Okay.
Ma'am,
Then my last, yeah.
set 1.
Okay. No, there's only one set for this.
Oh,
So
okay.
just one exercise. Say Anvita.
Ma'am, is it exercise 4.1?
I don't remember the number, Anvita. The name will be written the same, divisibility rule. Okay?
Fine, ma'am.
Okay, Naman, what is no doubts? Okay, fine. All right, then last question. How was the class?
Best of the
It
best.
was really
Thank you.
Awesome.
And next class, Pakka promise fractions. I'll keep 10 minutes aside for this. I mean, Pakka
Thank you,
promise,
ma'am.
not fractions. Fractions will be taught. So I'm Pakka sure that we'll get time and we'll have a game. Okay? Bye bye. Take care. Thank you so much.
Bye, ma'am.
Good night.